back by fan request. It's the extra self-defense tips by Callum Calfamale Adams. Oh yeah.
Hey up and welcome, Callum.
Sorry.
I've loads of messages from my fans over the last couple of days asking for more tips on self-defense.
Well, all three of them, let's face it.
Now, these have come in from all over the world and from all different types of people, and I've come to realise that one-size tips don't fit all.
This is something that you recently learned on one of your excursions to Thailand, isn't it? One size tip does not fit all.
There are some more vulnerable, some weaker people, some people who just don't have my stature.
Oh, God.
So I've had a little think for you, tactically, and I've come up with a couple of little tips.
I bet thinking tactically isn't the only thing that he does tactically. There's something that kind of sounds like thinking that he also does tactically in incognito mode.
To help different types of people. Number one, the weaker or less fortunate person. If you are worried that you may be, well, no, scrap that. You should always be prepared. Whenever you leave the house, have a fistful of salt in your pocket.
Does that work on the ladies, Callum? Does that work on the ladies, does it, mate? Excuse me, you tall, handsome, 6'5" of a man, beast of a man. I really need some salt on my McDonald's. Do you have any on you? Put your hand in me pocket, love. Put your hand in me pocket. There's plenty down there for you, love. Have a feel of me Big Muck.
Now, if you are accosted, stick your hand in your pocket and throw it in their eyes, and you can make a getaway.
It wouldn't work. It just would not work. It just wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. Oh, for God's sake. Again, this guy just does not think things through, does he? Here's a better idea. Take your keys out. They're going to do more damage. If someone starts attacking you, take your fucking keys out. That's going to do far more fucking damage than some fucking salt. God, he's like that witch from the Wizard of fucking Oz, isn't he? Was she a witch? Yeah, the wicked witch. Fucking carry some salt around with you. And it's fucking Callum sprinkling his fucking fairy dust all over the place.
You are not needing to battle a person. You are disabling them, and you are away.
Fuck me.
Now,
again.
We've also had messages from
cowardly
people
tactics
in America. You know, the Bronx.
God.
You know, real inner cities where they are coming up against knife violence and stuff like that.
For fuck's sake, like, if anyone watching this right now, if anybody watches this video that I'm making right now, and you live in the Bronx, do not listen to this man's advice. You are going to get de-alived. But first, they'll laugh in your face. You should not be taking advice from this man. You should not be doing that. Because that's the fastest way of getting yourself de-alived. Especially in a place like the Bronx. I mean, this guy plays dirty anyway, so maybe that's why I think he can give advice. But his way of playing dirty is by being cowardly. So, fuck.
And that's made me stop and consider. And I've realised that
God, that's
a tin of baked beans
white stuff on his lips. Fuck's sake, God.
Is the most unoffensive and effective weapon that you could have. Number one, you can chuck that tin of baked beans at someone and it will hit them and they will go down and you can run. Or if they've snuck up on you or they are close to you.
Yo, Larry, you coming out tonight, mate? Yeah. You do mind if I bring my tin of baked beans with me, like? I never leave the house without it. Like, you know. Hey, why have you always got that fucking tin of baked beans with you, Larry? Why have you always got it with you? No matter where we go. You went swimming with it the other day. Why have you always got that tin of baked beans? Because a guy named Callum told me I had to carry tin of baked beans with me. Yeah, he said, yeah, carry fucking tin of baked beans with you. You You can go swimming with it. You can go to the beach with it. You can go fucking pubbing with it. Just carry it around with you. No matter where you go, you'll be safe.
You should have it in a carrier bag. Always keep it in a carrier bag.
Why?
And whirl it round. That can of beans in that carrier bag will be spinning at quite some force, and that will knock a knife or a gun out of that person's hand. It'll probably...
Fuck me. Imagine that, living in the Bronx and just constantly walking around with a carrier bag that has a singular can or fucking tin of baked beans in it. They're going to think you're fucking mental. They're going to think you're fucking crazy. They're going to avoid you if anything. Why is that person always walking around the streets with a fucking carrier bag with a tin of baked beans in it? That person's fucking mental. It's like the person that pushes a pram, but in the pram there isn't a baby, it's a fucking bucket with a fucking face painted on it. That's what this is like. They're going to think you're fucking crazy. Fuck me. I think this is when his senility actually started to kick in, to be honest with you, because he honestly believes that this sort of thing would work.
break their arm, so
What?
only use that whirling motion.
Excuse me? What did you just say?
Hand. It'll quite some force, and that will knock a knife or a gun out of that person's hand. It'll probably break their arm, so...
It won't. It won't break their arm. It will not break their arm. It might bruise it. It won't break it. You know, you would have to swing that fucking tin of baked beans around with such a fucking velocity to even fracture somebody's arm. And I'm just trying to imagine this in my head. I'm trying to imagine this in my head. But even in my head, it doesn't make any sense. Even in my fucking head, it doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. Fuck me. Imagine this guy coming at you, swinging a fucking tin of baked beans around like a fucking windmill. Fuck. It's the Bean Vigilante. It's Bean Man. Literally, he actually looks like a bean. It's Bean Man. Here to save the day. Predators beware.
So only use that whirling motion if you are being threatened by a weapon, because I don't want my followers getting into trouble.
God, he's such a humble man, isn't he? He's so humble.
Questions, please do send them to me. I'm happy to
please do send them to me.
Pass my knowledge on. You know, as long as you're not just messaging me to call me Tic Tac Head, because I'm bored of it.
You're bored of it, are you? You're bored of it. Well, guess we'll call you Baked Bean Man then. So, yeah. That was entertaining. But as I said, a bit of a safety guideline here. You know, do not follow this man's advice, especially if you live in a violent neighborhood like the Bronx. I've never been to the Bronx, but I know that there are areas in America that can be violent. But please do not follow this man's advice. Please don't. Because I can assure you right now, okay? If these people are coming at you with a fucking gun or a knife, I can assure you right now that you are more than likely not the first person that they've ever attacked. And I'm almost certain that they are proficient in fighting and defending themselves. A tin of baked beans is not going to do a fucking thing to stop them. So, like, again, don't listen to this guy's advice. And if you do listen to it and you get hungry in the park, just open your tin of beans and sprinkle some salt on there. Have a little picnic with yourself. Fucking picnic with yourself. Can't even fucking talk properly when I watch this guy's video. That's how much he fucking melts my brain out my fucking ears. Anyway, hope you guys are doing okay.